All right, so first off, congratulations on the film. I was telling Alex over email that it's probably one of the best films I've seen so far.
Oh,
Yes,
thank you.
it was really good. So I wanted to ask Michael, what was the inspiration behind the film?
So it was primarily to a friendship movie, man. I wanted to capture people that I saw where I grew up at. You know, I wanted to capture different elements of it. So I would take different pieces from different people I knew and just put it all together.
So would you say that each character was either a specific person from your life or composites of
Yeah,
friends?
so I mean, I know this guy that plays Lewis for like ever. So I took a piece of him, like his personality, and then we know some other people, and I would just take that for Jack's character. And it's just different people, man. I would just take different elements from them. So it wasn't never a specific person. It was just different elements. And then I always know that I wanted a guy, he was venturing out into the world, and he had this friend that's trying to hold on, you know, because you know his friend, that friendship might separate at one point.
Right. Yeah, I think what helped me connect most with the film is because, you know, I'm from the Midwest, from Chicago, so, you know, I have friends like that. Even just like the dialogue, you know, I go to New York a few times, you know, I don't smoke, but every time, you know, someone's smoking square, I'm like, hey, you know, can I bump square? And like, you guys are actually saying that, I'm like, man, I thought that was a Chicago thing, but apparently it's a Midwestern.
Yeah.
I love that. So what do you think helps separate a film set in Midwest, like in the urban setting in the Midwest versus somewhere in like, you know, the Bronx or Brooklyn where people kind of have that as their idea of what an urban city is?
Well, I mean, because it's just a different city. I mean, every city is different. So, like, I live in Brooklyn, so, I mean, it's the same, but it's a different, the style, the dress, the talk, the language, it's all different. So, all that it creates the world, and it just makes it different.
Okay. So you said that you can find inspiration for your character through like some of your personality.
Okay.
But for you guys, where did you guys find sort of that inspiration to portray your characters?
I guess it's sort of similar to Michael's answer as far as just different people that I've encountered growing up. I just kind of drew from some of those personal experiences, the good and the bad, you know, and just kind of put those into my part so I can display that for the rest of the world. So some of the characters, my own self, that's why it's kind of easy for me to snap into role and character and just focus on it because I felt like that was me in certain scenes of the films.
Like as far as bringing an authenticity to it, I like had read the script, but the experiences I've had have really moved me towards being able to relate to these characters and these guys because we're just cronies.
I've been in a neighborhood like that. I have friends like that, like Jack, like Lewis, and like Andrew, well Brian rather, you know, Kowalski, right? So you know, I grew up in an area to where it was wild like that, you know what I'm saying? But still at the same time, you know, we still take people as a person. So the color never mattered, you know. It's all how you came and approached this, you know, us, and it's cool after that, you know. But that's just how, you know, that's how I you know, got ready for the role, you know, by looking back.
Right, and that's one of the things I love most about the film is that, you know, you have a white character in here, but like race doesn't even really play that much of a role. Like, you know, there's, you know, certain jokes, certain points in dialogue, but everything just kind of goes fluid. It's not so much, you know, a black versus white thing, but so much as an old friend, like, right, and that's one of the things I love most about the film is that, you know, you have a white character in here, but like race doesn't even really play that much of a role. Like, you know, there's, you know, certain jokes, certain points in dialogue, but everything just kind of goes fluid. It's not so much, you know, a black versus white thing, but so much as an old friend, like being introduced to a new friend and trying to figure out how that dynamic is going to affect that first friendship that was formed.
Exactly.
And that's what I love. Like, kind of a same situation with me. I just moved a couple weeks ago, and I had my roommate that I've been living with for 6 months, and one of my best friends I've known for like 13 years moved in with us. So it's all about like kind of like
So
melding that all together.
So you're in the middle, right? You're doing it right.
Absolutely. So, what was it like? So I read that this film was your thesis film.
Yeah.
What was that like to have kind of like Spike Lee's direction towards this and having that support?
Yeah, it was good. great, man. Like I couldn't ask for more, you know. That's more money, but yeah, it was great though, man. I appreciate like the help that he gave and the advice, and like he gave a ton of advice, man. Definitely.
Throughout the film, you have those shots where it takes on more of a documentary style, where you're asking each character individually about certain aspects of their past. Why did you choose to do that instead of kind of having that lead into the dialogue?
Yeah, so it was a ton of backstory that was involved in the film. So I had to get that across some way, and then also it got me a chance to just point the camera at the guys and let the audience just look at these guys for a second without any movement really, and it allowed me just to add more to the story. Yeah.
I like the change of pace, so to speak, where the film is shot in black and white, and you have flashback scenes that are in color. That's usually reversed, where flashbacks are in black and white. Why did you choose to do that?
Well, I wanted to shoot the film in black and white first and foremost, and then when the flashbacks, I had to make them pop out at the audience. So instead of making consistent black and white, I just wanted to flip it to color. Okay. So it just helped to make it stand out.
What'd you shoot on?
It was on the Alexa.
Again, like to kind of bring back to you guys as actors, what was it that drew you to the script?
I think the way I could relate to the character. Like I said, I saw myself a lot in the role, so it wasn't going to be hard for me to get into the character and really commit to it. So I enjoyed doing it.
I think it was the hilarity of it, because there's so like it's so subtle, like the way that Jack talks to like about some things, and it's just like underlying humor that gets me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, to me it was just it was so relatable, and then living somewhat like being around people like that. I could relate, completely to having a friend. I've had a friend before that, as we grew older, the responsibilities that we had to take on as individuals caused us to just not keep in touch as much anymore. And then eventually you just, one day you're like, what, I haven't heard from them in like 2-3 years.
Right.
So it was so relatable to me. I was like, this sounds like a lot of things I've been experienced, I've seen people experience, and yeah, I like it, so that's what drew me to the script.
How many revisions did you have for the script?
It was a lot. So I actually did like a total opposite script. Like it was like 2 phases of the script. Like, and then I would sit down and let Spike read some of it. He wasn't really feeling it. So I just focused on these 3 guys. Like I had another set of characters that was involved over the course of the day. So it was a big thing going on. Instead, I just broke it down, just made it simple. So it was like a lot.
What do you have next?
Yeah, I'm writing, man. Like I want to get into like different genres. So I'm definitely writing.
And do you have any scripts you're writing right now? Or
yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, I haven't wrote like the past month. I know I haven't yet, but yeah, definitely.
How long was the process from writing the script to actually shooting it and having it ready for festivals?
So I probably worked on it, like I do backstory of characters, so I probably worked on the script for like almost a year. I just had the time, so I just developed it. And then, so probably like a 1.5 years, 2 years.
Okay. And well, how about the shoot? How long was the shoot for?
So we shot only 10 days for it. Like we shot 10 days and we had to do, yeah, it's very fast. And then we had to do 2 pickup days, so a total of like 12 days.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's everything I got.
All right, cool. Thank you, man.
Thank you.